Good afternoon, council.
Good afternoon, Judge.
Mr. Elliott, can you hear me okay?
We got you, Judge.
Okay, before I call the case, wanted to find out if the parties have been able to talk, council, if you've been able to talk to see if we can reach any type of agreement on these temporary orders.
Yes, Judge, we have an agreement we'd like to put on the record.
Okay, all right. And let me ask if this agreement is going to have any kind of sensitive information that could affect the best interest of the child.
No, Judge, we're not going to put any sensitive information on the record at this time.
Okay. Are you going to call anyone to testify today?
And my client, yes.
Okay, Mr. Elliott.
We call my client as well, Judge.
Okay, and is your client with you, Mr. Elliott?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, if I can have both of them appear on screen, I'm going to go ahead and swear on both in at the same time. All right, if each one of you who's going to testify, raise your right hand. I'm going to place you under oath. Do each of you swear that the testimony you give to the today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God, ma'am.
Yes.
Sir. Mr. Whitaker.
Yes.
Okay, you may put your hand down. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
is it Megan Lay or is it Megan Lay?
Carol.
Okay.
Lay, sorry, yeah.
My docket has about 3 different names on here for you, so I didn't know which one to go with. So, okay, all right. And who wants to put the agreement on the record?
I will, Judge.
Go ahead, Ms. Weibel.
Judge, we've agreed to do a 90-day reset and have a status hearing, and we'll get dates from your coordinator on that. But in the interim, the parties have agreed that they'll be appointed temporary joint managing conservators of the child, with mom having the right to designate the primary residence of the
Judge.
child.
Mr. Elliott?
I'm losing a little bit of service here. Can you hear us?
Yes, I see Ms. Weibel, and I haven't lost connectivity with her. And I can see you and Mr. Whitaker, and I haven't lost any connectivity with you either.
Okay, I can see everybody. I just got an echo when Ms. Weibel was talking.
Okay, go ahead, Ms. Weibel.
Mom will have the right to designate the primary residence of the child. All other rights will be independent. We've agreed that dad will have standard possession of the child, but that possession will be exercised upon the discretion of the child wanting to go see dad. She's almost 16, and I believe dad is of the opinion that if she wants to come, she can come. If she doesn't have to. He's not going to force that. But dad would like nightly phone access, and we've agreed to that either by FaceTime or WhatsApp. Around 9 p.m., dad will be able to contact the child nightly to have phone access with her. Mom's current child support obligation will terminate as of February 1st, 2021. Dad will not have a child support obligation in this interim period. I believe there are some arrearages on mom that she's working on catching up with. And hopefully at this 90-day status hearing, she will have caught up with that. The parties have agreed that the child will undergo drug testing, whatever sort of test that dad wants to have. Their child will also undergo a psychological evaluation, and mom will undergo a psychological evaluation to be paid for by dad. Also, I'm sorry, mom's current husband will undergo a psychological evaluation. And then on our end, dad and stepmom will have a psych eval, and mom will pay for that cost. They have requested a home study of mom's home. We are in agreement with that at the cost of dad. Child will continue in counseling, but not with the current counselor. There will be a counselor up in the Whitesboro area that the child will begin seeing, but that counselor will coordinate with the current counselor that she has in order to continue her line of mental health treatment. Pick up and drop off. Mom, if the child wishes to go to dad's home, mom will take the child to dad at 6 p.m. on Friday and pick the child up from dad's residence at 6 p.m. on Sunday. And we've also requested a drug test of stepmom, and they have agreed to that as well. And we are requesting a 9-panel nail test to be submitted. And of course, my client mom will pay for that as well. Joel, is that everything?
Yes, we wanted to do, and y'all may want to also, if we just did the drug test like we're doing the psych evals, just have everybody drug tested. I
That's
don't
fine.
think that would be disagreeable.
We could do that.
And then the counseling would be weekly as soon as the new counselor is transitioned to, that it would be definitely weekly. And then the 9 o'clock every night phone access, I think we've got everything.
All right, and then Judge, I'd like to call my client just very briefly in order to verify that that's the agreement.
Go ahead, Ms. Weibel, and just have her state her name and spell her name for my court reporter, please.
Ms. Farrell, will you state your full name for the record?
Yes, Megan Farrell, and it's MEGANFERRELL.
And Ms. Farrell, you heard me recite an agreement onto the record, is that right?
Correct.
And is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes.
Are there any additional provisions that you understood to be the agreement that I did not recite into the record?
No, ma'am.
And do you believe that this is in the best interest of your child?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to approve this agreement?
Yes, please.
Pass the witness.
Mr. Elliott, any questions? Ms. Farrell?
No questions, Judge. I'd call my client.
Go ahead.
Mr. Whitaker, you've heard all of the questions that were asked to your child's mother and all of the agreements that were recited for the records. Is that your understanding of the agreement that we've reached today?
Yes, sir.
And are you asking the court to approve that as essentially everything's going to be in place until we reset this 90 days out?
Yes, sir.
I pass the witness, Judge.
Anything further, Ms. Weibel?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Elliott?
No, Your Honor.
All right, then based on the agreements of the parties, the court will find that the agreements are in the best interest of the child. Court will approve the resetting of the temporary orders matter for 90 days as agreed between the parties. And who will be drafting the order and submitting it to the court?
I will, Judge.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Weibel. I just want to say to mom and dad, appreciate, it sounds like you both have engaged in a lot of work here and made a lot of concessions and agreements going into this. I want to commend you on working together separately to do what you each believes in the best interest of your child. So I want to commend you on doing that. And as soon as the order is presented to the court, Ms. Weibel, court will sign that immediately and circulate to the parties.
Thank you, Judge. And Joel, can I confirm that mom can pick the kid up today?
Yes.
Yes, I've already taken her out of school.
Yeah, she was released from school or was taken from school in case she needed to come meet with the judge today. So we can talk about that afterwards and reach a time and place.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, if there is nothing further, then we will be adjourned in this case. And if there's good progress under these agreements and plans, then perhaps we'll just have an agreed final here soon. And if not, then we'll find you some time on the court's docket and we'll get into these issues.
Thank you, Judge.
All right,
Thank you, Judge.
thank you. Thank you. You all have a good day.